The Nets had been carrying a six-pack of losses. They finally decided they needed to stop, raising their play to a level they expect. The team was intense and invigorated. And then Hassan Adams joined the family. The second-round pick has made a terrific first impression. His energy and effort electrifying his teammates. Their collective powers were finally unleashed. And victory brought a sigh of relief. Can a new streak start tonight? Next on Yes. The Nets are back home for Game 1 of a 6-game homestand. They'll play 10 of the next 11 here at the Meadowlands. Tonight, it's the Nets facing Allen Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers. The Nets hoping to build on their win in Boston this past Wednesday. Both teams have been introduced to the crowd. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Nets, Richard Jefferson, Ennett Kristich, Jason Collins on the front line, and Jason Kidd and Vince Carter in the backcourt. The usual starting lineup. The Sixers with several changes. First of all, Chris Webber is back after missing 6 games with lower back problems. And the rookie from the University of Memphis, Rodney Carney, in the starting lineup, making his first NBA start as Andre Iguodala moves to the backcourt alongside Allen Iverson. Now, Kyle Korver would have been the starter tonight, but he's by Iverson. Jefferson guarded by Carney. And here's Carter off the pick.
Nice little side to side to get things started for the Nets. A couple of shots looked as if they were point-blank range and just not getting them to go down.
Webber behind the back. Beautiful pass. That counts, and a foul. Chris Webber, who is an excellent passer, with that beautiful bounce delivery.
And Jason Kidd trying to deny the ball out front, keeping it away from Allen Iverson out front. And you'll see right there that he's just going to go right back door and make an easy cut to the hoop. And as you touched on, Marv, Webber is very, very good with the basketball in terms of delivering it.
Foul on Kidd. Here come the Sixers. Iverson got himself in perfect position, and Philadelphia now leads at 9-4. 9 unanswered by the 76ers. Carter gets inside. That will count. Not a good play by Dallenberg. That might not have gone in, so the basket counts and the foul.
And this is one of the things against the Celtics the other night that Vince Carter did very, very well. They started getting him the ball on the blocks, and he threw his body towards the rim, really challenging defenders. So my guess is that Vince Carter, Jason Kidd will start to hit the blocks a little bit more frequently with their length and their strength down deep against the Sixers' smaller guard lineup.
Foul was called on Iguodala. 3-point play for Carter. In Dallas, Phoenix, Cleveland, Detroit, Lakers. Nice move by Iverson, reversing himself, finding Carney. Rodney Carney, a first-round draft pick, 16th overall. Oh, it's picked off by Iverson. Also apparently took a shot in the nose.
Yes, he did. I happened to see that live, and he got rid of the ball last time and took one right in the face.
But he keeps going, he scores, and he draws the foul.
It's amazing. I mean, you're absolutely right, Marv. He took a smack right across the face to the point where it appeared as if he couldn't see, and then he steps in and steals the ball. It's a great little volley right here from him. He steps in. The eye still hurts. He starts wiping his eye a little bit.
Oh, that's what the O. I heard an O in the background. That was you.
Yes, that was me. Oh. I caught that one.
Empathizing.
Obviously, too, going back there, you're going to focus on him.
Here's Carter for 3. Yes.
Oh, a nice stroke there. Good action in the second half against the Celtics this past Wednesday night.
8 points for Carter. Webber showing us the stroke.
Oh, with the technical, but if it's just an emotional reaction of a guy, you know, saying
in terms of the language. Iverson, a little palm there by Iverson off a screen. I don't think the official saw it. As time runs down in this first quarter. Iverson pops it out. Down to 3 seconds. Webber had the good look from straight away.
The floor.
And stopping the 6-game losing streak in Boston the other night. A beautiful reverse stuff by Vince Carter.
Let's take a look at the middle of the floor against the zone. Where's the help? Well, there isn't any, and that's why he was able to come back with the reverse jam.
Marcus Williams now working the point. Williams and Adams in the backcourt. Carter fires for three.
And Carter, I think, just has to get a little bit more active and really go after it. One guy that will love to see that happen is Lawrence Frank. Take over the game, Vince, whenever you want to.
Eddie House taking part in only one full-scale practice. That was yesterday. Beautiful move. Carter got the step.
There a long time.
Right, here's Iverson. Allen Iverson. Off season. Iverson.
Well, what you want to try to do is keep him off the free throw line as much as possible.
Kevin Ollie for the first time as he stepped on teammate
score because Weber just can't get off his feet to block many shots.
Weber. Well, Weber backed up on Kristich, was able to hit. Sullivan coming up at Heineken at the half. Iverson with the alley-oop for Carney. Beautifully executed, and what a night it's been for Rodney Carney, the rookie from the University of Memphis. He goes 6'7", 205, making his first NBA start. If Kyle Korver were available, he would have been in the starting lineup. Here's Carter with a nice move on Iguodala.
Yeah, and one of the things with your point there, too, with Carter.
He can do the spectacular, but inconsistent. And we are thus far seeing very little from Andre Iguodala.
Oops.
Look out.
Yep.
Bad pass, and Iverson is there. Iverson with a nice move on Kidd.
You know, Iverson is so tricky with the basketball. I mean, it's a way to get advantages on him and Weber both.
Iverson. Allen Iverson. There's Kidd in the open floor, going right at Iverson, and it's put down by Carter.
Now let's see if he holds the wrist this time down the floor. Kidd once again doing what he does so well, pushing the action, and Carter finishing it off. Good to see Vince getting off the floor and dunking.
Weber. And Kidd with the rebound and pops it down. He has Carter ahead of the field. Carter able to gather it in and scores.
Way to stay with it. It was interesting, wasn't it, when Vince caught that ball? I'd like to see the Jets throw the ball this much.
The alley-oop for Carter. Right on target. Jason Kidd with his 8th assist. Vince Carter taking it to the rim. He now has 26. The Nets in the midst of a 10-2 run with 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. The Nets with a 71-59 advantage. 20-second timeout, so we'll stay right here.
Tough out, and they have proved it here in the third quarter where they've gotten it going. And Kidd kind of faking and waiting, and a little two-hander over the top of the head, and boy, that was right on the money. That wrist looks okay, huh?
There's the stat line on Vince, who has scored 9 of his 26 here in the third. Carney now defending on Carter with help. Carter was triple teamed and took it to the rim.
That is
very well. Gibson started strongly, but not hit his shot here in the third quarter. Iverson now being played by Kidd. Good job by Kidd. They get it out of Iverson's hands, but Weber able to knock it down. 5 for 15. This time Philadelphia does get back. Carter open for 3. Yes. I guess the wrist is fine.
It sure looks pretty good to me.
Assist number 10 for Jason Kidd, closing in on career triple-double number 77, which would tie for third place with Will Chamberlain.
And that's on a roll in the third quarter, and one big reason why Vince Carter started off with Vince on a kind of a breakaway where he hurts his wrist for a short period of time, and then he starts to go to work with the follow-up dunk coming down after the Kidd miss, works the glass and gets another layup down deep. Then he goes up high to finish one off. And now Kidd again finding him for the long-range bomb. So Vince Carter showing no ill effects of that sore right wrist of about 7 minutes ago.
All right, Tri-State Ford presents tonight's key matchup. Allen Iverson has not had a major impact on this game to this point. 7 of 15, 24 points. Vince Carter has. Vince had been sitting. Just check back in. So the Nets now with Kidd and House in the backcourt. Carter, Kristich, and Collins up front. Oh, Vince Carter on the reverse, led by Jason Kidd. Carter met by Green. Hunter over. And Carter saw it. Beautiful look. He saw the double team.
Remember, he's not trying to miss, though.
No, he did mention that in an interview that we heard earlier. Strong move by Iverson. Once again makes contact with Collins. 91-83. Nets with the lead. Here's Carter. That's too easy. And back comes Kidd. Sixers do get back. Oh, Iverson picking it off. There's a free safety snaring that pass.
I don't know where he came from.
Iverson off balance. What a sequence for Allen Iverson. And Iverson has to be careful. He picked up a technical earlier. Possession for the Nets.
Well, they're obviously trying to get Carter and Jefferson involved here to take it down low. Good look to Kristich.
And Kristich with the bucket and the foul.
When you start going to the well a couple of times, it forces defenders to make adjustments, and that time they went directly at Carter, and he releases very quickly also. He senses the second guy coming. There he is, and Kristich just finishes it. And you don't want to see the big guy, Mark, put the ball on the floor. That'd be fun watching Kidd try to guard Iverson right now. This kid loves the challenge.
Well, Iverson got the step. They worked off the pick, and a beautiful pass from Carter. Got bottled up. On the recovery, he's able to hook it home.
2 minutes to go in the ball game.
Carter being played by Weber. Nice pass. Jefferson, yes! And the foul!
Pretty good decision by Vince Carter not to take that three. Recognized that he could go by Weber with the dribble. And is this a clean one? I'm not so sure this is a clean dunk here or what this is, but Jefferson somehow guides it towards the basket and ends up going down. He wants to dunk it. He gets hit across the arm, and somehow the ball finds the rim and just sticks to it.
And he got it up over Gallenberg. Picked up Iverson, 88%. 8th career triple-double, which would put him in a third-place tie with Wilt Chamberlain. Nets do not want a foul. Iverson puts the move on Kidd. He got the call. It counts, and the foul, not a good foul by Jason Kidd, who went for the steal and a potential three-point play for Iverson with 4.3 remaining.
Well, it's this little reach in at the end. The Kidd knows that he's going to try to go to his right. He does, and Lawrence Frank cannot believe it. And now you got to think with the Sixers here. Maurice Cheeks is trying to really steal a timeout or half a timeout with Weber and Iverson.
Let's see. It's very tough to do. No, Iverson is. He was going for the obviously to hit the free throw, and now the Nets take.
Everything has fallen into their places right to this point.
3 8/10 seconds remaining. Philadelphia without any timeouts. Carter hits 2 clutch free throws, so it's a 3-point lead. 76ers need a 3 to tie. The Nets cannot foul here. And that one sails over the head of Weber, and the ball goes back to the Nets. But he cannot be happy with this finish. 112-107. And here is Green as the Nets step away. And that'll do it. So the Nets, who are led by as many as 15, seem to be on their way to an easy victory. End up with an action-packed finish. And hold on for a 112-107 win, led by Vince Carter, who had 41. Richard Jefferson with 24, Nate Kristich with 20, and Jason Kidd with 13 assists. Allen Iverson, the high man for Philadelphia, with 30 7 points. The Nets go to 7-9. They even up the home record at 4-4. And Philadelphia now 5-10. They've dropped 10 of their last 12 games. Here's the play of the game presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. It caught it to Jefferson, who was able to guide it in and drew the foul. Big play down the stretch, ends up as a 3-point play. So Vince Carter with a nice pass, one of his 4 assists. He also had 8 rebounds, along with 41 points. Here's Jim with Vince.
Thanks, Marv. Vince, let's start and talk a little bit about your health status. How's the wrist feel after that tough fall?
I feel all right. I refuse to let myself miss those free throws in the end. It's a little sore, but this is a big win for us. 1 in our division. For 2, we need to protect home. We haven't played our best basketball at home, so this was a big win for us.
Let's talk a little bit about the decision making. It seemed that with Richard Jefferson, Jason Kidd, and yourself really getting involved, second half in Boston, there was a nice carryover effect tonight.
Yeah, we wanted to start off early, just come out fighting and firing in the beginning, really to set the tone and just try to maintain from there. I think our bench really did a great job of just being active and very involved in the game tonight.
You touched on a moment ago, Vince, this homestand that's coming up, a huge amount of games here in the homestand. How important is it this game tonight to get off on the right track? Because the competition is pretty stiff coming up.
Well, we have a very friendly December and a rough January, so it's important for us to get as many wins at home as we possibly can so we can go on the road and maybe have a better showing this time.
You know, at halftime, Sullivan, we interviewed him, and he said, go Heels. Would you pass along?
Go Heels.
Go Duke, will you?
Go Heels.
Go Heels. Okay, Marv, I'm going to send it back to you. Thanks, Vince.
Jim just will not let it go. Vince Carter, season high, 41 points. Spectacular shooting night, 15 of 22 for Carter. Again, the final score, the Nets hold on and defeat the Sixers 112-107. Coming up next, the Nissan postgame with Bob Lorenz. Nets basketball on Yes has been produced by Frank DeGrace, directed by John Wilson. Tonight's pregame at halftime, produced by Drew Kaliski. The supervising producer, Woody Fryman, and the executive producer is John Filippelli. Join us again Tuesday night. It's the Nets and the Dallas Mavericks. Our coverage begins at 7. So for Jim Spinarco and our entire crew, I'm Marv Albert. We'll be back with some final thoughts in a moment. Bob Lorenz and the postgame is next.